Okay guys, I am so excited to be reviewing this show because I've been an Orphan Black fan for years. Well, since it came out. I love the show so much. And I was so happy to hear, like on Twitter and here on my channel, that a lot of you guys watch the show as well. If you don't watch it, I mean, I really think you should. You guys know I wouldn't give you any bad advice. We've missed 3 seasons if you haven't watched it before, but I actually had to catch up. I started maybe like after season 1. And I liked it a lot, so I watched it pretty quickly. Now, I will say that this show is really intense, very complex. It's not, there's a lot to it. So we'll say that it's not like just some little kind of like high school character show. You know what I'm talking about, like Scream and Pretty Little Liars. But still, I really love it, and I think if you are looking for a new show, this is a good one. And if you already watch it, you know how good it is. So let me stop my rambling and get into the season premiere of season 4. So I loved it because we actually got to see Beth and to see her pretty much for the entire episode. And to be completely honest, once the episode ended and we went back to present day, I was really sad because I don't know if we're ever going to get that much Beth time again. And I really came to like Beth. I mean, I really do like most of the characters that Tatiana plays. And let me just give Tatiana all the praise in the world because this woman is queen. I mean, I don't know many people who are as talented as her because she can play so many different characters. And thumbs up if you truly believe that there are different people when you're watching them. Like, that takes some major talent. I know I don't have that type of talent, and I don't know how many people do, but Tatiana Maslany is just so freaking fabulous. And so I'm really glad that I get to talk about her to you guys and people all over the world who may not even know who she is. And some of you were saying I've never even heard of the show, so really get on the Orphan Black bandwagon if you haven't yet. It's just so, so good. But I really like Beth. I think that Beth is sort of like Sarah in a way, but maybe like a less harsh Sarah. I like all of the clones, but my faves are Allison and Helena. Helena absolutely cracks me up. We didn't see Helena this episode. I'm so hoping to see her next week because, oh my god, I love her so, 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 so much. So we have a lot going on with the Neo society, the Neo people in this episode, and we find out that someone is murdering them and cutting out part of their cheek, and at first we don't know why that's happening, but then later in the episode we find out they have like that little bug thing, which is really creepy. We've seen that before, but I don't think it's ever been explained like exactly what that is or why Dr. Leakey's people want that back, but I think we'll definitely find out this season. But anyway, it's super, super creepy. We get to meet a new clone, MK. Now, MK to me is a low-key version of Helena because you can tell something's not quite right with her. Like, she's just not all together. She's kind of childlike acting, maybe like 12 years old, and her hair's all crazy. Her bangs are crooked. She's maybe European. But anyway, she is nice and she really cares about Beth and she helps Beth a lot. Like, that is one clone who helps her a lot. And of course, as we knew, she has a relationship with Cosima and with Allison, so she's in touch with other clones as well. Now, some of you thought that Beth was a drug addict, but I actually think as we see her take those pills throughout the episode, it's because she's incredibly sick, just like Cosima is in present day, and she's taking those just to be able to literally make it through each day. And I know with her snorting it, people are thinking, oh my god, like, this is like a cocaine problem, but I think she's only doing that to get that into her bloodstream quicker. If I'm wrong on this, let me know, but I think she's not like having a drug problem. She is trying to cope with her very serious illness that that these clones typically get. So we see Dr. Leakey again, and I was so, so happy when he was killed by Donnie, which was one of the best moments ever of last season. Last season rocked, by the way, one of my faves. And I don't like him at all, so I did not enjoy seeing him. He's just a terrible, terrible person. But it was interesting to see him again. It was interesting to see Paul, who's also not alive anymore, which kills me because as shady and terrible as he is so good looking. Like, I want him to be my boyfriend. Like, can we make this happen? But I want him to be like not shady, So it was interesting to also see that Beth actually met with Leakey. As we know, Sarah has a lot to do with him and as time progresses in the future. But yeah, I thought that was really interesting because she didn't really understand like Sarah does. So we kind of heard about this before, but Beth Well, MK has told Beth that Paul is a spy, which obviously he is bad news, so she sets up cameras all around their apartment, and she ends up breaking up with him because she just can't trust him, which was a smart move. So she goes to Art's apartment, and this is what we didn't know. We knew that Art cared about her a lot, but he really cared about her because, and this was kind of on her prompting, they hooked up, and I really think he kind of loved Beth, and it makes me very sad that she's no longer around. And sometimes I wonder if he will get together with Sarah because I feel like they have a pretty good relationship, but you know, who really knows? We also learned that there's a mole in the police department who's working with Dr. Leakey's people, and I felt really bad for the girl in the club who was pregnant because her boyfriend went off with these people or got kidnapped by these people, and they wanted to take the bug out of his cheek, and they were just like, hey, you know, when you wake up, everything will be fine. No, I'm pretty sure they killed him, and that makes me sad because, you know, he was expecting a baby, and his girlfriend seemed really nice, and that's just terrible. So we actually finally got to see Maggie Chen's death and how that murder played out, and Maggie wasn't just a random citizen. I mean, that is what Beth thought at the time, but Maggie was actually with those Proletheans who were trying to kill the clones, the religious cult or whatever. So that was just interesting to see that, and you could see how sick she was, I guess, because Beth really couldn't even hardly make her out or see like if she was a good person or a bad person or what. But I loved it how she called Art, and he came and he told her like, here's the story we're going to use so that you don't face any charges, and you say that you thought you saw a gun, and he's a great guy. I really like Art. And again, like I said, it made me sad because we ended the show with coming back to present day with Sarah and her daughter, and you know, they were in that cabin, I guess. They're trying to hide out. But what's interesting is that our clone MK is playing a part in present day. She has come to Art to let him know that Sarah is in a lot of trouble and she needs to run like now. So we see in the preview she's going to burn that place down, and she's got to flee with her daughter, and I think this season's going to be really good. I cannot wait to see what happens. I'm wondering if we will see more of the Guy twins. I've forgotten their name right now. Castor twins. And if we'll see any more twins that Tatiana is going to play. Also, we did not have a resolution for Delphine, who was shot at the end of last season. So is she dead? Is she alive? I assume she's dead, but I don't know. I mean, I really think she cares about Cosima, but she is shady AF. We've got to be honest here. Don't know if we can trust her. Don't like Mrs. S. Can't trust her. But anyway, what I would like to hear from you down below is, who is your favorite clone? Who do you not like at all on the show? What do you hope happens this season? Why do you like the show, or why are you interested in the show if you've never watched it or just started watching it? And if you are new here and you just found this because you like Orphan Black, I will be covering the entire season 4. I also do a live chat every Friday at 6 right here on my channel, but that info is down below, and the best way to keep in touch with me is following me on Twitter. That's where I tweet all the information for my other shows and when I have a live show and all of that stuff. So thank you so much for watching this episode of Kelly TV, and I will see you very soon. Bye.